Good job. Thank you so much.
Let's go live now to our Paul Murphy, where officials in Plaquemines Parish just wrapped a press conference briefing us on what they've got going on. Paul, what can you tell us?
Well, like most areas here in the New Orleans area, we have a lot of folks that are keeping their eye out on the tropical storm Hurricane Francine. There was a meeting here at the parish government building in Belle Chase a little while ago, where there was a conference call with the Governor's Office of Emergency Preparedness. And with that jog to the east, there have been a few changes in the potential impacts here in Plaquemines Parish. And joining us is Patrick Harvey. He's the Emergency Management Director here in Plaquemines. Talk about some of those changes that you just learned about.
Okay, on the east bank of the parish, the storm surge has risen from 3 to 5 feet. West bank stayed the same at 4 to 7 feet. We still don't see any potential impacts to Highway 39 on the east bank. We're going to continue to monitor that as the storm moves closer to us. We feel the need that Highway 39 will be passable on the east bank. West bank, like I said, 4 to 7 foot storm surge. There are some low areas on the Alliance to West Point Lahash back levee system. We expect that to get overtopped some, but it's got a ways before it'd have to reach Highway 23. We don't expect Highway 23 to be under water, during Francine, but we issued a voluntary evacuation to the residents that's living inside the levee protection system on the west bank from Alliance to Venice and the entire east bank of the parish. That's as a precaution for those that have medical needs and stuff that don't feel safe staying in their homes and all, to seek safe shelter during Francine. Also, a mandatory the voluntary is effective at 2 p.m. this afternoon. A mandatory evacuation was issued this morning for 7 a.m. for those living outside the levee protection system. Those areas include the Myrtle Grove Estates area, Wood Park, Lake Hermitage, Happy Jack, Grand Bayou, and Tidewater area in Venice. Those are on the west bank, and then on the east bank from the White Ditch area to the Phoenix split on the east bank. Those are evacuations at this time.
What's your biggest area of concern right now?
It's going to be, potential flooding of, both 23 and 39. Like I said, we're going to be monitoring that. Those areas, if they get impacted by a storm surge and, flood, then it cuts us off from both, the southern end of our east bank and southern end of our west bank of the parish.
And what type of wind speed are you looking at?
Right now, tropical storm force winds will looking to impact Plaquemines Parish. But if Francine continues to jog to the east, those chances will increase higher to, for stronger tropical storm force winds or potential, hurricane force winds for the parish.
So what are you telling your folks right now?
Go ahead and start, continue preparations, securing items around your residents. You make a plan, prepare for power outages. That's one of the issues that, we all tend to have nowadays. If you have a generator, make sure you have fuel for that generator. Then the 20-20-20 plan is, if for a safety measure with a generator, make sure the generator is 20 feet from your residence. If you got to refuel it, wait 20 minutes to refuel it where, for any types of fires or what have you. And also invest $20 for a carbon monoxide detector for your house in case, you get carbon monoxide poisoning, and it can alert you, because those have led to many deaths post-storms in the recent years.
One of the things that we talk about a lot when we see these storms that seem to bounce here and there is when you see it jog one way and you have a projected track, then people sort of let down their guard. But there's a danger in doing that, particularly when you just don't know where this storm is going to make landfall until it actually makes landfall, right?
That's correct. Whether the storm jogs a little bit to left or right, we're still going to have some type of impacts. A storm can be 200 miles away in Plaquemines Parish. As we stick out in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, we get storm surge, we get winds, we get impacted some kind of way. You can't just focus on the cone that the storm is in. You got to look outside the cone. That's where, you're going to get impacts from a storm. So be prepared, for these little jogs east and west and all. We're going to, have these issues throughout, for the next couple of days here. Also, we got floodgate closures going on here in the parish. The Hero Canal floodgate, that'll be closed this afternoon. The Empire floodgate for the Empire Safe Harbor. We'll be closing that at 2 o'clock this afternoon on a low tide. So anybody that has vessels that's seeking safe harbor in the southern part of the parish, please get to the Empire Safe Harbor by 2 o'clock this afternoon. The Flood Protection Authority East will be closing the Braithwaite floodgate. That's a Highway 39 floodgate at 7 p.m. tonight. That's at the parish line between Plaquemines and St. Bernard. And we will not be closing the Highway 23 floodgate in Jesuit Bend and Oakville by Captain Larry's. That will remain open. We're going to be closing any minor floodgates throughout the parish, but the highways will be passable at this time.
And you and I were talking before we came on the air about the salt water in the Mississippi that's working its way up. Will this storm have any effect on the arrival time of the salt water? Will it help dilute some of that and push it back towards the Gulf?
We anticipate some salt, with the surge now pushing salt water up further. But with the amount of rainfall that's predicted with this storm in the, upper Mississippi River Valley and stuff as it travels, Thursday, Friday into Saturday, should drop a bunch of rainfall down south and will help us out to push salt water out. That's what we're hoping for with Francine.
And so when is the next time the parish is going to meet? I know that they were talking about the command center activating, and you were going to meet, I guess, at 4 o'clock today?
We're looking to meet again at 4 o'clock to just go over our plans and what we had accomplished today and what is left to be accomplished tomorrow and stuff as we, start to prepare and hunker down, as everyone says, for, Francine coming, tomorrow afternoon to our parish. Also, we have shelter here on the parish government complex in Belle Chase that's opening up at noon today for those residents that feel unsafe, that are seeking a shelter. We'll have that open up. Please bring your food. We'll provide water and stuff and your essentials. Also for pets, small dogs and cats. Those could be brought and sent. They'll be staged at the animal shelter. But if you're evacuating and you don't bring your out of town and you're not bringing your pet, we cannot accept the pets. Your pets have to go with you. So.
One of the things we also say a lot when it comes to these storms is when a storm is approaching and when the storm is hitting, that's no time to go joyriding, no time to go sightseeing. Stay in your homes if you're going to shelter in place.
That's correct. Stay indoors. Don't go sightseeing at all, because you come across down power lines, down trees and everything. You're impeding us, the first responders and all, to evaluate the situation after the storm passes. Let us get out there, make sure roadways are cleared and stuff, and it's safe for everybody to travel. And listen to your local leaders, your local news for the most accurate information from us.
And you have your crews already standing by to help clear those streets.
Yes,
correct?
sir. Yes, sir. We'll be out 24/7, making sure highways are cleared, and our pump station operators will be on site at the pumps, as weather is able to allow them.
All right, thank you very much. Patrick Harvey is the Plaquemines Parish Emergency Management Director. So like most of us, the parish is waiting and watching to see where Storm Francine ends up. But there are a lot of things that people need to consider. If you're going to evacuate, make your plans now. If you're going to shelter in place, make sure there are no loose objects in your yard that might become flying projectiles, even in tropical storm strength winds. Also, check those branches out that may be close to your house and some trees that may also cause a problem in the event of the storm hitting this area. So that's where we are here in Plaquemines and Belle Chase. Paul Murphy, WWL, Louisiana.